What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of ForneverWorld. In today's episode, we've got some stories to talk about. Now, for starters, Crunchyroll has been a little down bad today as of the recording of this video because, one, they posted an article that gave them quite a bit of backlash and they had to delete it at the very least off of Twitter and even issue an apology regarding the translations of the article. You guys will understand. But also, they were thirst-trapping Godzilla. Like, oh my god, yeah, we'll talk. Jujutsu Kaisen, the obligatory. We've got two little stories regarding Jujutsu Kaisen's anime, as well as some books that are doing very well. I say books because they're not technically manga volumes, so we'll talk about that. Black Clover manga doing, once again, some amazing stuff, catching wins. This is the second time this has actually even happened, to my understanding, with the Black Clover manga, so we will be talking. We got a story on One Piece, kind of seen not an all-time low, but definitely a decline with its manga, alongside an uprising of a brand newbie that is doing very well. We got a new key visual for the upcoming Eden's Zero anime that is set to debut this spring, and I'm really excited about that. Studio Witch, the former studio that did Attack on Titan's anime seasons 1 through 3, and Netflix, they're teaming up together to create something very special that I think a lot of aspiring animators are going to want to hear about. If you ever plan on or have a dream of animating, this might be your ticket. Small update for Kingdom, an update for the One Piece manga's regular serialization. Very, very awesome My Hero Academia story. Small story, but the piece that was brought forth with this story, I can't stop thinking about. I've been thinking about it all day. Post Malone meets Pokemon. Yeah, we've got a story on that. And Rumiko Takahashi, the creator of Inuyasha's manga, actually took a shot at drawing the anime original Yashahime Princess Half Demons cast, and it came out pretty interesting. So yeah, we've got a few stories to talk about. Without further ado, people, let's jump into another exciting episode of ForneverWorld, the only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related, and we don't bore you. We get into it. Let's do it.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, so first story we're going to talk about is a bit of Crunchyroll being down bad, to say the least. So today, they posted two different articles over on Twitter that had fans like, yo, is Crunchyroll feeling a little hot and bothered today of some sort? Because one of the posts, the second post, was a brief history of Godzilla's thick thighs, and I was just like, why is anybody writing an article, an essay, putting thought into Godzilla's thighs? Like, what the hell? And this was coming off of the back of an even bigger, like, what the heck is Crunchyroll doing story that I'm imagining somebody probably got fired behind it. Because on Twitter, they posted this article about an anime that's coming out that is actually a hentai, if I'm not mistaken. And the translation that they used had a lot of people like, what the hell are they doing? What's going on? Because it said on Twitter, news, I became a dark-skinned gal, so I tried to bang my best friend. Hentai manga gets TV anime. And a lot of people, rightfully so, were up in arms like, what the hell is this crap? Like, I became a dark-skinned gal, so I went to bang my best friend. Like, what the hell? What? And shortly after it was posted on Twitter, they deleted the tweet, kept the article up, but updated the article with an apology. And yeah, this is what it said. The article is now called Kuro Gyaru ni Nata Kara Shinyu to Yate Mita Hentai Manga Gets TV Anime. Vastly different, using the Japanese name than what we got on Twitter. And it said, editor's note, we apologize for the insensitive translation in our article and the negative connotations that created. We have changed our article to exclusively use the Japanese title and are making changes to our operations to prevent circumstances like this from happening again. The article is by Daryl Harding. I'm not sure if he was the person that did the original article, but either way, wow, how do you bot something that bad? And I don't care what the translation comes out to, you shouldn't put some type of bullshit like that out into the air. I became a dark-skinned gal, so I did some scantily clad bullshit. Like, get that shit the fuck up out of here. So definitely had me a little bit triggered seeing it, and I seen a lot of people as well saying, yo, are they serious right now? And again, you really gotta look at it like, yeah, Crunchyroll should have definitely had a little bit better judgment on putting some shit like that out, but at the same time, probably more of the blame should go towards whoever the hell created that to begin with. I'm sure like they tried their best to, you know, translate what the actual title says, and that was probably the best translation they could come up with, and it's still horrible. And that's not me trying to deflect from Crunchyroll by any means. I'm just saying that, like, yeah, the original people that created this hentai thing, what the hell are they doing? Yeah, wild shit. Next up, a little bit of positivity on the Jujutsu Kaisen side of things. For starters, Jujutsu Kaisen as of this moment has 2 novels out. It has, I want to say, 14 volumes, going on 15 volumes of the manga, but 2 novels out. And as of the recording of this video, it says Jujutsu Kaisen novels have reached 500,000 copies in circulation. So with 2 novels, it's already done 500,000, not including the 30 million plus sales that the manga has in circulation as well. Like, god damn, somebody give Jujutsu Kaisen an award. It probably will top. At the end of the year, this might be the highest selling manga of 2021. I mean, with Demon Slayer, you know, ending its run, it released its final volume, I can see Jujutsu Kaisen topping everything. I mean, there's Kingdom there, but just alone, if I'm not mistaken, from December till February, Jujutsu Kaisen has already doubled its manga sales from 15 million to 30 million. So with 15 million alone, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, unless Demon Slayer does something outrageous, Jujutsu Kaisen is probably going to be number 1. And then on the anime side of things, Jujutsu Kaisen's Juju Sampo is currently trending at number 1 in Japan, alongside Jujutsu Kaisen is also trending as well. And I want to say Juju Sampo is the ending little gag thing that they have, where it starts off with Sukuna like taking a bath, and then it had those very, very bizarre, and oh my god, my eyes are burning still from seeing it, little shorts of like Mahito dressed as a woman, and like, what the hell were they doing? But as always, shouts out to Jujutsu Kaisen once again. I love to see it. I freaking love Jujutsu Kaisen, damn it. And while we're talking about things that I love, big shouts out to Black Clover, because as of the leaks of the latest manga chapter, to my knowledge, this is potentially the second time, maybe more, but definitely one of the more recent times that the Black Clover manga, not the anime episodes, the actual manga has trended because of certain events in the manga that we will not get into because I'm not going to spoil you guys. But based on leaks, the manga is trending, which is enormous for Black Clover. This is a manga that was shunned, that people said nobody gives a shit, that people constantly ostracized and treated like crap, similar to the Black Bulls and Asta, ironic as it may be. So to see it go from that to the point of the anime trending and then now the manga trending, again, this is, I want to say, the second time, potentially it's done more, but definitely recent times, only the second time that the manga is trending, and major congrats, all the deserving in the world for the Black Clover series. Just, I love to see it is an understatement. Next up, a little bit more on the sales topic. So the latest sales have come in for One Piece and another manga, upcoming manga, Phantom Seer. Now, One Piece, it did in its first 4 days, I want to say, with the latest volume, roughly 1.2 million copies. And while that is still impressive, enormous, and oh my god, One Piece has been going on since the late 90s and it's still doing 1 million, it is starting to really showcase and demonstrate that One Piece with every volume is doing less and less. Granted, sales could definitely increase for One Piece within the next volume or two, but 1.2 million definitely a slide off from, I want to say, the last volume in either 4 days, 2 days, or 7 days, something along the lines with that, but it did about 1.5 if I'm not mistaken. So you're seeing a gradual decrease, which again, there's nothing to be ashamed about. There's nothing wrong with it. One Piece, again, come on, 1 million in a week is in 4 days is unheard of for most manga, so it's still great, but definitely showcasing that One Piece's time is coming. Its time to end is arriving, and this is why the story is at a climax, and why as of late they've really been pushing that no, we know we've cried wolf a lot, One Piece really is ending, and a lot of the story elements have been coming full circle, and this is probably why. Like, yo, 1.2 million, as impressive as it is, One Piece back in the day was doing 3 million in its first week or its first few days. So yeah, take it as you will. Still love to see that One Piece is thriving. It's just declining to a certain degree. And also a newcomer, Phantom Seer, is seeing an increase in sales as well, which is great great because if I'm not mistaken, the first volume did, I want to say it was about like 8,000 upon release, and it's like first week or so. The latest volume, second volume, is at 14,000, which is almost double, you know what I'm saying? So that's really great for Phantom Seer. I hear nothing but positive things. I do find it a little bit interesting, I'm not even gonna lie, where I look back and the creator of Naruto's previous series that he just, you know, had wrapped up and whatnot, Samurai 8, that got canceled and all that stuff, it was doing about those numbers. And, you know, granted, he came off of Naruto that was doing like, you know, 1 million in a week sometimes and things like that, but people like were like, no, it's over for Samurai 8. However, with Phantom Seer, 14,000 with its latest, as awesome as that is for Phantom Seer, people are saying like, yo, this is great, it's doing wonderful. And I'm like, those same people were saying Samurai 8 is a flop for doing those numbers. So just food for thought. Again, I understand that that's coming from an iconic creator, Samurai 8, and Phantom Seer is from a newbie, but it is interesting to note. Next up, we got a new key visual for the Eden Zero anime that is set to drop April 10th. On it, we see a lot of the main cast of characters, and I'm so glad that I actually caught up with the manga, because looking at this visual, if I was back then where I was very ignorant that we just got the first few visuals of the Eden Zero series, I remember I was just like, oh my god, this is pathetic, this is a ripoff, what the hell, every character looks the same. And while definitely you can see that, like the back that looks straight up like Erza, and of course that is Happy, like it's a different character, it's supposed to be a different character, but its name is Happy, it looks just like Happy, and like you can see that this is his art style. But I don't know, man, I read the first 50 chapters of Eden Zero and I really like it, and I'm very, very excited, and this key visual looks so freaking cool, so I can't wait for the Eden Zero anime. Yeah, new key visual looks dope, and April 10th. Next up, Animators, aspiring animators. You're gonna want to hear about this one. The studio behind the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan alongside Netflix are teaming up for some incredible opportunity. I want you guys to hear this one. Let's read. Wit Studio and Netflix partner up for new animator training school. Netflix and Wit Studio announced today that the two companies will be partnering up to help new creators get a head start in their anime studies and careers. Wit Studio is setting up the Wit Animator Academy with training provided by Animation School Sasayuri from this April, and Netflix covering the cost of tuition and living expenses for 10 people to learn how to animate from some of anime's greatest minds. Leading the school will be lecturer Hitomi Tateno, who was an animation checker on a majority of Studio Ghibli productions from the 90s and 2000s, as well as Akira. The young animators will also be able to learn from the current anime staff at Wit Studio who have worked on Attack on Titan, Great Pretender, and more. The 6-month program is open to young adults up to 25 years old who have at least completed high school. Nationality doesn't matter as long as the applicant can speak daily conversational Japanese and be in Japan from April to September 2021 for in-person classes. Netflix will cover the approximately $5,722 tuition fees for the program, as well as providing 1,500 yen, about $1,400 per month to 10 people who pass both the initial screening from WIT and an interview with a producer at Netflix. Those who pass will be contracted to WIT and its parent company and animation studio Production IG for a year to work on original anime for Netflix. Major opportunity. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. So if you, unfortunately, I hate that there's the language barrier. You need to be able to speak, you know, conversational Japanese. That's a very difficult task. But if you do have that skill in your repertoire and you're really good at animation, or heck, you're just starting to learn and you want to know more and you know Japanese, get your ass to Japan and get this shit started. I know, again, that's a real tall order, but I've done some crazy things chasing my dreams in the past. I remember, you know, just to give you guys an idea, it was like 2008, I want to say, they were filming and they had a casting call for extras for the film Notorious, the story about the Notorious B.I.G., the hip-hop artist, legend. And I remember hearing about it, and I got on a 14-hour bus ride just so that I could be a part of it, just so I could meet some of the people behind the scenes and potentially get my demo out to people, because I was pushing my music at that time, my hip-hop music. So do anything you can to achieve your dreams, and sometimes the craziest things could lead you to some great opportunity. So here it is. Next up, a little update on Kingdom Season 3. Now, I've heard a lot of horrible things about the Kingdom anime. I tried watching a little bit of it, I want to say, back in the day, and I was like, oh my god, this CGI is a nightmare. But for people that are interested in Kingdom, according to this, it says Kingdom Season 3 restarts broadcasting with the first episode on April 4th. Studio Period, they've also revealed a new visual. So if you're into the Kingdom anime, there you go. To be honest with you, whenever I decide to get back into Kingdom, I'm just sticking with the manga, because I remember reading the first couple chapters and really liking it, and everything I've heard from anybody that's ever read Kingdom is that it's one of the greatest manga ever. So yeah, probably still staying away from the Kingdom anime. Not to mention its period, and yeah, well, we won't get into that one. Okay, next up, a small update on the One Piece manga. Apparently in issue 12, One Piece will be absent, so we'll get a chapter this coming Sunday, but following week there won't be no One Piece, which always a bummer, but One Piece has been kicking ass. The story's been incredible lately, and Oda, you know, he always deserves his breaks, man. He's been doing this for too damn long to not get a break here and there. So yeah, no One Piece next week. Next up, oh my god, I can't stop looking at this visual. Y'all know that I have a very deep appreciation for art. I love art. There's something about art I go bonkers for. I really, really love incredible art, and this piece right here is one of the things why I wanted to report on it. It says, My Hero Academia colored illustration for the upcoming art exhibition. There will be many new illustrations at the art exhibition, so stay tuned. And again, we probably will only see like glimpses of this online, but this right here, this image, I cannot get over it. It's of Deku going to catch Uraraka as she's falling down, and oh my god, it just looks absolutely incredible. I believe Horikoshi did this, and it is phenomenal, man. This piece, like, this is some shit I would have done on a wall of mine just to look at it all the time, because it looks that damn good. Next up is small update on Rumiko Takahashi, the creator of Inuyasha. Apparently she was tasked with drawing the cover art for the soundtrack of the Yashahime Princess Half Demon anime, so we get to actually see the characters in Rumiko Takahashi's art style, the original creator, you know, the person that actually did, because the Yashahime anime is basically all done by the studio. The original creator of Inuyasha only does like some character designs from time to time, and yeah, this art looks awesome. It really does look like her original art, mainly on the eyes. Like, you could tell there's a lot of that 90s eyes or 90s anime eyes vibe here, and yeah, it looks dope. And lastly, we got a story about Post Malone and Pokemon. According to this article, it says Post Malone will hold a virtual concert to celebrate Pokemon's 25th anniversary. Post Malone is joining Pokemon's 25th anniversary celebration with a virtual concert. The rapper will perform on February 27th in a digital event kicking off at 7 p.m. EST on YouTube. The company released a teaser video alongside the news, which includes a look at a very Pixar-ish animated version of the artist ahead of the performance. And honestly, hearing this, I think it's kind of cool. It's definitely inspired very, very heavily off of what Travis Scott has done recently with the whole Fortnite concerts and things like that. Honestly, I would have preferred a Travis Scott thing anyways. Like, why not just use Travis if you're going to take their idea? But yeah, Post Malone Pokemon concert, for people that want to see some shit like that, it'll be happening. And yeah, that's the stories we got for today. I'm curious what you guys think. For starters, the Post Malone Pokemon concert, are you excited for it? Rumiko Takahashi's art for the Yashahime Princess Half Demon, again, looks cool. Just mainly the eyes is the main aesthetic that I see that looks different from the actual anime. That My Hero Academia art exhibition art of Deku and Uraraka, I can't stress enough, it looks insane. I can't wait to see more of that. One Piece going on break, just thought I'd let you know. Kingdom Season 3 restarting, if anybody cares, because at the end of the day, the Kingdom anime doesn't touch the manga by any stretch of the imagination. Wit Studios and Netflix's opportunity for aspiring animators, again, I urge you to jump all over that. If you can at the very least speak Japanese, get your ass to Japan and get on it, because this could be an opportunity of a lifetime. This could give you your dreams. Your thoughts on the new Eden Zero visual for the anime. Your thoughts on One Piece doing 1.2 million with its latest volume, again slowly declining in sales. Phantom Seer rising up. I really need to get into that one. That'll probably be one of the next manga videos I do of like a newer series, because I just keep hearing great things and it seems like it's going in an upward trajectory, so probably be a dope time to check it out. Black Clover manga trending. Oh my god, love to see it. Jujutsu Kaisen's anime episode trending. Jujutsu Kaisen 2 novels equaling 500,000 sales. Your thoughts on Crunchyroll's little debacle and being down bad over Godzilla's thighs and some very offensive and oh my god, what are you fucking doing type of shit that they posted with that hentai anime. And your thoughts on any of the stories we covered in today's episode. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and you guys just watched another episode of ForneverWorld. Have an awesome day.